Hi viewers. Today I'm going to talk about the Ozark Trail 16 foot by 16 foot 12% instant cabin tent. So in this video I'm going to talk about the waterproofing that I did for this tent. This is a brand new tent. We haven't really gone camping yet. I just put it up in my backyard, and the setup process and the teardown process are other YouTube videos which cover that. So I'm not going to talk about it, but what I do want to talk about is the waterproofing, because I know for a lot of the Ozark Trail tents, there's mixed reviews on the waterproofing and how does it hold up in rain. So yesterday we got around 25 to 30 milliliters of rain in that's about like an inch of rain. So it really rained pretty heavy throughout the day, and at sometimes it was actually quite heavy. So so I just wanted to show you what I have done so far for waterproofing for the tent. Right now it's just in my backyard. So I have used, because didn't really trust the waterproofing from Ozark Trail based on the review, so I wanted to get it ready for our camping trip. So what I have done is I have used a couple different products for this. So one thing, so I used this Nickwax tent and gear solar proof. This is a UV coating and waterproofing in one. It's around like 20 something US to 27 Canadian dollars, and I actually used 2 bottles of this, and 2 bottles covered all the sides and part of the roof. So in hindsight, I should have gone with something like a 3M Solar Guard heavy duty water repellent, or something that is a little bit more, more economical. But anyways, I went through bottles of it, and let me talk about that in a second, because I think that step might actually not be that necessary. I feel like, at least for the first season, I think maybe whatever the factory gave you might be enough. And yesterday I actually wanted to video tape this during the rain, but I forgot to do that, and I wanted to show you where the water, what happens with the water and stuff. But and then the other step that I actually feel is a lot more important. I'm walking around and showing you the tent. I'm talking about it. So the other step that I feel is very important is using this product. So Fast Cure Seam Sealant, and this is by Gear Aid. In Canada, I got 2 bottles of this for $15, and I'll show you where I had to use it. So thankfully, most of the seams in this tent are actually taped from the factory. So let's take a look at this seam. So this is all you can see. Even on the video you can check. And this is all taped from the factory. So these seams actually held up pretty well. So whatever the seams were taped from the factory, those held up really well. So let's step inside, and I'm gonna show you in a second what. Okay, where did the zippers go? Yep. The zipper disappeared on me. Yeah. Okay, so in this, so let's go inside, and in this tent you can see. So yesterday you can see, I'll show you the places. So the Gear 8 seam sealer that I used, a fast curing one, I used it on these seams. So even inside, all of these seams which are just in the polyester part, they're all properly taped. So these are actually okay. If you have to seal all of them, that'll be actually pretty expensive. So expensive that I would probably say go with like a higher quality tent. But what I did was I sealed all of these inverted seams were not sealed. So this is where the base and the side polyester fabric are connecting to each other, and I did not actually, so this was not sealed. These were inverted. Inverted doesn't really work as well, so I actually went around the whole tent and sealed. And it's, as you can see, I'll show you now, it's a pretty big tent. So first I just wanted to show you where the water actually came in from. So you can see like a small puddle of water over here. Okay, so this is the corner of it. I feel like this seam leaked, because when I checked during the rain, it was pretty much okay from the side. So it's only in the corner that this seal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another coating on that one, and then okay. So So then you can see, but there are other corners as well. You can see this corner. This corner is perfectly okay. There's no water accumulation over here, and actually during in the center of the tent there was actually no water dripping from the top. So the center was the tent was perfectly okay. As you can see, it's a very spacious tent. And in another video, I'm gonna review this tent. I'm gonna talk about why this tent is really good. And I'm also gonna talk about the one of the things that you don't really find in any online descriptions of the tent are any dimensions of the inside of the tent. So I'm also going to talk about what the exact dimensions are. So how much actual, so 16 foot by 16 foot is the wider foot, like the big footprint of the tent. But how much room are you getting in these? How much area are you getting in this room? So I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. But in this video, as you can see, if I walk in over here, so again, like, you know, that corner is perfectly dry. Nothing, so it also depends on the angle of the rain in itself. The only other corner that got some rain was this corner. So as you can see again, there is some water puddled over here. So I mean, I don't have a before and after result of, you know, sealing these inverted seams. But yesterday when I checked during the rainfall, it was these inverted seams that were leaking. The water was dripping, was seeping through these seams. So definitely, I would say, you know, initially I would say don't spend money on solar proofing or waterproofing the polyester or the rainfly or anything. But sealing these seams is a must, I would say. Otherwise, if there's heavy rainfall, you're gonna get a lot more water. And yesterday there was a seam that was sealed over here too. There was a seam that leaked over here as well. So you can see, and I'm sure that the water from there actually, because this is low, so the water actually accumulated over here. So yeah, so this is it. I actually spread out this sleeping bag over here. So I wanted to see if there's any, it was wet from anywhere, if there's any dripping from the rainfly, but no, you know, nothing dripped from the rainfly. And I actually bought this tent after a lot of research, and it's a separate video. I'm going to talk about why I did that and like why I feel this tent is really good if you have a big family and how many people can accommodate and all of that. So yeah, so this is the steps for waterproofing and what I recommend. And I'm gonna throw a description, a link for the products that I use down. And overall, I'm so far just a couple nights in the backyard. I'm pretty happy, but soon in a couple of months, I'm gonna get the real test. Thanks a lot for listening.